My name is Bruce and I'm 59 years old. I was diagnosed as HIV positive 15 years ago, and I think I've been positive for a few years before that because I kept getting sick all the time. And it took a while until I got onto medication before I started feeling a lot better with the antivirals. And certainly within a few months I was feeling a lot better as a result of that. It was quite frightening at the time. I thought it was a death sentence. I was terrified thinking that I was going to, sort of leave behind lots of things that I needed to finish and whatever. So I quickly got my house together a little bit, and then I realised that I wasn't going to die so quickly and everything was okay. And, life goes on. But I feel very comfortable with my situation now, and I don't feel like I need to tell a lot of people. I've told people that it means something to, and that means something to me as well. Really, I haven't come across a lot of stigma with people, I suppose because I was selective who I told about my condition. The only time I discovered some stigma was I went to a dentist, a suburban dentist, and she sort of kept on pointing to the fact that I was HIV positive and wanted to charge me a lot more. and then as a result of that, after she'd finished in her consultation and everything, I said, well, I won't be coming back here again. And so that's the only time I've had to deal with that stigma. Apart from that, I've found the medical profession have been fantastic as far as care and duty and that sort of thing. I don't feel I've been treated any differently. Well, it's a comfortable, relaxed sort of environment where it doesn't matter if you're HIV positive. It doesn't matter, of what race or there's no discrimination of any sort. And I think that's a nice place to be, is where you don't feel any tension about being in a room with other people. Realistically, you're just treated as one of the others. Yeah. Well, I decided that I wanted to engage with people who were also HIV positive. I was tired of navigating with friends that were also, I'm a gay man, and that were also gay people and mixed, bunch of people of all different sorts of things. But I really wanted to be with people that had the same, I suppose, the same footprint as I had in terms of the HIV, and that I wanted to engage with their thoughts and views about how they're living with it all and how it's affecting their lives and how they're actually engaging in partnership. The difference now is it's not such a life sentence. So you can still live a pretty normal age group. And although, if you don't look after yourself of any particular way of your life, well, you end up in trouble anyway. So, yeah. But overall, I thought the next sort of close relationship I'd like to be with someone who is HIV positive. Then we can understand each other and there's no stigma. My last partner was HIV negative, and he started to get it became a bit challenging. I felt there was a bit of stigma with him, actually, towards the end of our relationship, in terms of his lack of understanding of it or the lack of patience with it. Yeah. Well, I'm enjoying being an older person, apart from having a few more health problems, nagging health problems here and there. But apart from that, I'm liking being older. I think it's a good place to be. I'm sort of looking forward to having a little bit more time to myself to do things that I want to do in life. I've been working hard for years. In some stages, I've worked for 7 days a week, trying to get a deposit together to buy a home and all that sort of thing, and to keep it going and everything and renovate and stuff. Now I sort of feel like it'd be nice to get out and do a lot more fun things and enjoy life a lot more. COVID slowed us down for a few years, but apart from that, I feel like things are crawling back up again, and we're starting to get back there again where we were. But being an older person, I think you have more responsibility for yourself. I've just recently lost my mother, and I feel like that's changed my feelings about being an older person too, because you sort of realise you're the next ranking in that way, and so yeah, after many years of having her in my life, I feel like, well, now I've actually got to probably work a little bit harder to have more friends and more social contact with people than what I used to have. And I like being around. I've always liked older people in terms of for friendships and things like that. So I'm one of them, So. When I first started taking the antivirals and I was a bit depressed, I was drinking a lot, I was eating too much. I was 110 kilos in weight, and my HIV doctor, who I go to at Monash, said to me, look, you've really got to do something about this weight. I gave up smoking and just stacked on weight, and then decided I'll get the weight off at some stage. But, you can get weight off. I mean, I was in my 50s when I started, trying to lose weight, and I ended up losing about 38 kilos in the end. I'm 70 kilos now. So, and to keep that off so that I can eat everything I like, and I cook all the time and eat, mainly home cooked food, that keeps me going. And the exercise, you just have to do it. Instead of going to the gym, I decided to have my own exercise program. I did the gym for a few years. The gym's great, but I found that the home exercise was just as much benefit too. So yeah, you've got to exercise, you've got to keep all the weight off your joints and just try and be healthy. Yeah.